States is being laid to rest in Yorba Linda, California. A farewell to Richard M. Nixon. Much of the country is watching now, and many of the people who played an important role in his life have gathered in Yorba Linda, California, to bid farewell to the 37th President of the United States, who of course died last Friday at the age of 81. You're looking now at members of the family as they come in, and this may be an opportune moment for me to introduce my friend and colleague Barbara Walters. Barbara, just a few thoughts about the family as you see them come in.
Those of us who remember them as children, I think will realize how old we are when we know that Tricia Nixon is 48, Julie Nixon Eisenhower is 45, the mother of 3 children. That is Christopher and Ed Cox, Tricia's husband and son. And if you want to know what Julie Nixon used to look like, take a look at her eldest daughter when you see her again, the image of her, and of course President and Mrs. Carter, former President Ronald Reagan, Mrs. Reagan.
As you're noting, Barbara, the 5 living presidents are gathered here to pay homage to their dead colleague. In just a moment, we will hear ruffles and flourishes played. 4 ruffles, 4 flourishes. It's a military tradition. 1 ruffle, 1 flourish for each star of a general. President Nixon, as a former president of the United States, merits the highest honor, 4 ruffles and 4 flourishes. There is the home where he was born 81 years ago. And you can see the place where the coffin will be placed, just there in the center of your picture. They'll be bringing the coffin out in just a few minutes. The service is going to be conducted by the Reverend Billy Graham. President Clinton will be only the 2nd president to deliver a eulogy at a presidential funeral. The first was Richard Nixon. He delivered a eulogy for President Eisenhower.
Please rise for the playing of honors and remain standing until the casket is placed on the chancel.
Service casket team carrying the remains of the former president. Preceding the casket is Dr. Billy Graham and the chaplain of the Naval District of Washington, Captain William L. Perry. Jim Wooten for a moment. Jim is out in Yorba Linda. There must be an awful lot of familiar faces out there in the crowd, Jim.
It is a veritable who's who of the Republican Party, plus a lot of members of Congress, the Speaker of the House, the Majority Leader of the Senate, George Mitchell, and a gathering of the old Nixon clan from the days when he was president. G. Gordon Liddy is here, former Vice President Spiro Agnew, Chuck Colson, who served time, Gordon Liddy, of course, who served time. It is, without a doubt, probably the largest reunion of Republican faithfuls, stalwarts, and celebrities in a long, long time.